Hello everyone, welcome back to LimaTech once again. In this video, we are going to develop a small app. The main feature of this app will be if you are a parent and if you are giving your mobile device to your kids and you always want to control or you always want to check how much time is being spent on which applications installed on your app. That may be a Facebook, YouTube or Instagram or any kind of social media app or any game applications. So we are going to develop these features by which a parent can control the screen time of their kids or any users that they are going to use this app. So this will be a very much controllable app for the parents so that they can take care of their children's screen time. This app will be divided into 4 sections. In the first section, I am going to get all the installed apps and I will display on the list in our Flutter apps. In the second section, I will get all the details of the statistics. It means usage statistics of the particular app being used by the kid or any users, or how much time that app has been used by the particular device. And in the third step, we will see how we can control those apps which are being used more by the kids, either through any kind of password or pin or any kind of controllable features in this app. And in the fourth section, we will see, we will complete that app, we will change some modifications, UI modifications or any kind of things that are required in order to publish that app into your Play Store. And in that last step, we will see how we can deploy that into our Play Store. What are the major concerns that we will face, whether we should deploy or we should publish that app into the Play Store or not. So everything will be explained bit by bit in this series of this app development. So let's begin this development journey. If you are new to my YouTube channel and if these contents are helping you in any manner, then please don't forget to subscribe this channel and like the contents, share this content with your friends and colleagues, and don't forget to press the bell icon to get the notifications as soon as I upload my latest videos. Let me take you to my VS Code and show you what I have already done. I have created a normal Flutter project and removed the unnecessary things from the main.dart file, as you can see on the emulator. So for this section, we are going to get all the installed applications from the device, and to get all the applications installed on the device, we have a particular package on our pop.dev site that is called device apps. We need to add that package into our prospect.yml, then only we can get all the installed apps in our applications. So let's go to pop.dev and grab that dependencies. Head over to pop.dev and look for device apps. This is the device apps that is being used by more people. Like you can see 300, as you can see 311 people have liked this dependency, so we are going to use this one. Device apps, come to this installing section. Before that, just go to readme section and let's see what are the required things we need to set up in our Android app. If you come over change with Android 11, they have a warning saying that if you are using this package and it has a query all packages special permission, add this permission into our Android manifest file. Come to our Android manifest file and add this permission under this manifest section and save it. Come back to our installation section or installing section, grab this one device apps and add to our prospect.yml file and save it. Let the command run to get this package flutter pub get. Once it is finished, we will go to the readme section of this package and see how we can implement this one. Now let's see how we can get the installed applications in our app. To get all the installed apps, we will need to call this method of this device apps class. So first of all, let's call this one and print how many device apps we got when you run this or when you call that method. So I will come to this main.dart file and in our my home page we can do one thing. We will override this initState method, and inside this initState method we will call another method. I will create a separate method to call this async function. If you see await is there, it means it has to be called inside a async function. So let me call load or get all the application, all the installed application apps, and make it async, and come to here inside this app, come to here and inside this method and paste that one. You need to import the package which we just added into our popspec.yml file, and here we will print the number of length or the length of the installed apps we are getting from this method. I am just going to print the length of the applications, length of the apps. Length. Now we will have to call this method inside this initState, because the initState gets called once your page is loaded or this particular file is loaded. Let's save it and reload the app to see the changes, and look for this text inside our console, and you can see we got the length 3. But in my emulator there are so many apps. You can see like calendar, clock, accordion, camera, and other things are also there. So to get all those apps, we have a particular properties we need to pass in this method, and I will show you how we can pass that one. Let's go here and open up our app here, and here if you just control press, here you can see include system apps as well. I am going to say yes, and there are other two properties, only apps with launch intent. Those apps which can be opened like calendar, clock. There are some apps which cannot be opened like system apps, whatever required for the Android OS, that are not having the launch intent, means we cannot open that app. Those are not required to show in our list. So let's exclude those. And there is another property called include app icons, whether you want to get the app icons to display on your applications or not. So let's say yes for this tutorial, because we need the icons to display while we show the list of the apps. Let me save it and see the changes. Once you save, you will not get the app because this page has to be reloaded. So let's reload the application once again. Now the application is reloaded and we got the count as 24. It means in our device we have 24 apps which can be opened. So we will see what are those apps once we display into the list view. So quickly come to the body part and implement a list view. I am going to remove this one, and I will create a container. Inside this container, let's have a future builder. Why future builder? It means the get installed application returns a future of list of applications. For that reason, we can directly call this method and we can iterate those methods with the data we are getting, and we can pass that data to our list view. In order to do that, let me create a future builder and remove this one, control space, and you will get context and snapshot. Return a container as of now, and we need to pass another property called future, and in this future we will pass or we will call this method. This method will return the number of applications with all their properties. If you go to this application class, you can see there are so many properties like version name, version code of that app, system app, whether it is a system app or not, at what time it was last updated, application category, and the app name, and there are so many properties that we will see as we progress in this app development. I added this future into our future builder, and this future returns a snapshot. So we will check whether this snapshot has any data or not. If it doesn't have any data, we will return a container simply saying we do not have any app installed. So I am going to have child inside a container, and we will say we don't have any apps installed. Add some const here, and you can see there is a blue line for this container and it says avoid unnecessary containers. If you are getting this, then just add a decoration properties and with the help of const box decoration, and that will go. That blue line will go if you add this const box decoration. So we checked whether the snapshot has any value or not. If it doesn't have any value, we are returning a simple container. If it has any value, what we will do, we'll iterate, we'll get the list of applications. Let's come to this section and copy this one. I will store the list of data or list of applications we are getting from this snapshot, and we will cast that snapshot data into the type of list of applications. Let me do that. Snapshot dot data as list of application. If you convert or if you cast your output to the type of output you wanted, then you can directly call the property names available inside this application class. Let me show you how you can do that. I am going to have a child here and add a list view into this child, and this item builder gives us a context and a index. I am going to return container, and as of now add a simple text saying app's name and save it. Okay, in this list view dot builder we will have to pass an item count, and that item count we can get from this apps, because apps is a list type, so it will have a length. And add two more property like shrink wrap, and it has to be true. Another property called physics, and save it. Just add some const to scroll physics and save it. Here also add const because it is constant now. Okay, remove it and save it. We can see app names, app names, app names. It has printed 24 times because we have 24 items in our apps property or apps variable. Now let's print the real app name inside this text widget. So we have to call this with the interpolation, and that can be with the help of index of these apps, and you can see the app name. This will give us a application class, and application class is a app name. Let's save it. You can see we got YouTube, Google, Files, Messages, all the apps installed in our device. Let's decorate this one in order to show it in a proper way. Decoration, box decoration, border radius, (15) and add a color of teal. Color should be yellow. Add a comma before the color property and save it. Let's give a height to this container. Media query of context dot size dot height of 0.12 and save it. You can see we got the height, but it is too much. Let's change it to 0.1, and the text are on the top left corner. I want those to be in the center. So what I am going to do, I am going to remove this one as of now, and I will add a list style. List style will have leading, trailing, title and subtitle. We can display more details with the help of list style. So I am going to use the title and add the text which we added earlier. In the similar way, I am going to access with the help of index and app name. Also we can add some style to this text or the app name with the help of text style class. I am going to add some size, let's say 20, and the colors will be white. Let me save it and let me save this and see the changes. Yes, we got the name of the applications installed, but the color is not visible properly, the text color. So let me change back to black one, and you can see all the containers are mixed with each other. Let's give some padding to each individual container and the padding of 4. Now it's quite looking good. So come to this list style and wrap this text or wrap this title section with a container or center. Let's save and see the output. Okay, the titles are in the center. Come to this list style and wrap this text with container and give some width of this one. Why I am going to give the width? Because we are going to show a icon with the help of leading properties, which we will do later. As of now, just add media query of context dot size dot width and 0.05. See the changes. Okay, now it is quite looking good. So the next thing what I am going to do, I am going to add a trailing widget, and this will have an icon, and the icon will be icons dot open, because we want to see whether the application will open or not. So come to this open, this icon will be best one, and save it and see whether this icon is visible or not. Yes, it is visible, but this list style or the datas are not centered to this container. Let me wrap this list style with center widget. Okay, these are centered now. So I am going to add a font weight to our app name and save it. Okay, and now the app are looking in bold. You can see YouTube, Google, Files, Messages, Contacts, Camera. All these apps are installed in this emulator. Gmail, Google Play Music, phone and all, etc. Now before this title we are going to show a icon, and in our documentation, if you come to the down of this documentation, you can see they have written that we can display the app icon using this image.memory and by passing the app icon. As per the documentation, they say this class, whatever the application class, will have a icon property and that will return us the icon. Let's see whether we are getting that icon or not. I am going to add a leading property in our list tile, and as per the documentation, let's copy this one and add to this leading widget and remove this one, and this has to be changed. This will be apps of index, because apps of index will give us a particular application reference, application object reference. This class should have the icon property, and if you come here, this application class doesn't have an icon property in it. I came to this class and looking for the icon property, but it doesn't have icon property. So how we can get that? there is another class called application with icon which extends the application. So how we can get this one? We have created a list of application type but not the application with icon. So in order to get this icon, what we need to do, we are calling these apps of index and we are trying to print the name or anything else that we want to display into our application. So remove this dot icon or cast this particular application reference with the application with icon class and wrap this whole with the circle bracket, then you can access the icon. Now you can see we got the icon property by casting our object reference with class application with icon. Now let's save and see the changes. There you go. Now we got the app icons and it is being displayed here. So we got the list of installed apps and the app icons, and we have created an icon button at the trailing of this widget container, and we can scroll this list view and we can see all those apps those are installed in this emulator are populated. If you install this app on your real device, you can get so many apps whatever installed on your app or installed on your device. Let's click any of the app and see whether it is getting opened or not. Here you can see open icon is there, but we haven't added any property to this icon. So I am going to change this trailing widget to a icon button, because we need to click this icon button and open the respective app. Let's replace this icon with the code I copied and paste it here, and inside this onPressed method we need to call a method of this application object reference. This application object reference has a particular method called openApp, and this openApp we need to call here with the help of this application object reference that we are getting inside this list view, and call openApp. Once you save and click this open icon button, we should be able to redirect to the particular app. Now let's click one of the apps and see whether it is redirecting or not. Let me click on this Google one and see whether it is redirecting or not. Yes, it redirected us to the Google applications. Let's come back and try to open another app. Let's open a clock. It should open the clock, and it opened. Let me open once again camera. Yes, the camera app is being opened. So this is the way you can get all the installed app from your device, from your Android device, and you can control over that, and how to control and how to get the usage statistics. I will cover that part in the next video. Till then, keep watching this video and share it with your friends and colleagues, and let them know that this channel is helping you in some way to learn Flutter concepts in a detailed way. Thank you so much for watching this video till the end, and stay tuned for the second part.